Hey, welcome to Papa's Custom Cars. Today we've got a dilemma, something a little bit different than the car. I have a work phone, and what's happening is the back of the case is actually separating from the phone itself. And this is caused, I don't know how well you can see it. I'll try to bring it in as tight as I can. But what's happening is the battery inside is swelling, meaning that it's starting to swell up. I've had this happen to a drone that I had where the battery just swelled up so big, and thank God I had it outside plugged in charging out there because it blew up. And this is not something you want to play with. So first thing you want to do if you see something like that happen is to shut down your phone and put it someplace safe. I would suggest in a metal box, and that way you don't have to worry about it. What we're going to do now is we're going to remove this battery. We've purchased a kit that's got a brand new battery. It's got a brand new battery for the Galaxy S23. It's made by Zeus. It's a little bit bigger battery. It's a 5200 milliamp. I think those are 48 or 44 or something of that nature. So this is a bigger battery, and it takes up the same footprint. So with this kit that I ordered, it comes with a little guitar pick for picking open the case. You've got your little tiny screwdriver. It's a really nice little kit that'll be good down the road. But, I suggest if you're mechanically inclined at all, you can do this. It's not real hard. I've done a few of them. This one will be a little bit different because usually they have just, you open the back up and boom, the battery's right there. This particular one has got the charger pad where you set it on something and it'll charge. So that's got to be removed. That's above the battery. And then there are some lines that run, as you'll see, in the same compartment. So let's get this thing apart and let me show you what's inside it. Oh, and I also suggest if you're going to do this, just watch a bunch of YouTube videos. Again, there's some pretty good ones out there that give you a lot of detailed instructions, just like I'm doing right here. So let's get to it. Get yourself a nice little area to work with. The first thing we do is open up our kit. They don't come with instructions because I guess they figure if you don't know what you're doing, you probably shouldn't do it. But you'll see as we go, different things, tweezers, kind of nifty, for removing your SIM card, a pick, or a little bit thicker than a pick, but definitely something. And then we've got this screwdriver. Now, bitch is somewhere in here. Oh, pulls out. So inside there you've got a couple little screwdrivers, little tiny ones. I've also got mine. I always keep my little tiny one around because you never know when you'll need it. This one's a little bit bigger than those. So, but the first thing we want to do is remove the back. And the way you remove the back is really quite simple. Especially when it's separated like this. When it's separated like this, you just take this little pick and you pull it along the edge to open up the back. And you just keep going. It just gets a little tough right there, and that's okay. You're going to expect that. These are generally glued on, so once you've got it up a little bit, put your little tool in there and start. A little pry tool is what it is. You'll notice it starts to come off of the. Because this glue is already broken, it makes it real easy to do this. Okay, there we go. We've got our case all opened up. So take this and set it to the side, like so. Now, our battery is going to be underneath here. This is your charge pad that uses when that you use when you're charging it. So this is going to have to come off, and then there's some wires and everything that run. There's a wire running right along here that's going to have to come out, and so on and so forth. So let me look at something real quick, and we'll get this pulled apart. Okay, so we've got a bunch of Phillips screws to remove. This one. See if this screwdriver is too big. So we just need one of the tiny ones. So we're going to need the Phillips. That looks like a flat one. Let's see. So small I can't see what it is. Nope, it's the Phillips. So that just goes into our little screwdriver and we tighten it up. Now we've got our Phillips. So we're taking out 23 screws. One there. Sorry, one there. One there. So in this case, we use our pick again. And we pop loose this cable right here. You can see it. This is what's holding your there she goes. And that pulls your cable back. Now you don't have to remove everything. You can just get away with sliding them back, but this is your connector on this side. So that can be set aside. Now we're down to the guts of stuff. And that is what came off of here is your charging coils that sit here, and then they've got a piece of graphite on them to keep them from getting hot. So now we need to remove our battery cable, which is this cable right here. So we want to come at it. That's probably from this direction, I'm thinking. Let's see. So you just get your little pick up under here, and it comes right off. And voila, you get your battery disconnected. And then these two main cables will also have to be removed because they're going over the top of that along with this one. I can look and see how swollen this battery is. That is not a good thing. I'll pop this one up, voila, and pop this one up. And we're removing those. And last but not least, you want to remove this little one right here. So now we've got all three of those cables removed. This one, little one, this one, and the battery cable. So in this case, we don't have to remove all these screws that we had already off to remove the battery. If you wanted to remove everything else, you would pull all these screws out. So we're going to put them back in. So in all actuality, the screws you have to remove are the ones that hold this cover on, nothing more. So you can easily see it's these two, these three. That's all we want to remove. So again, these two, and yeah, these two first. They hold on your charge thing. A lot of geeky stuff in there. And this one right here. And then Middle one there, of course, we've already got. And then these three. The rest of them you take out if you're removing the cameras and all that stuff, and we're not going to be doing that. We're just changing out the battery. 1, 2, and again, just look at this and you can see the outline of everything that needs to be replaced. So this one here also. And then that's it. That's all of those. Back here, we took out all these screws that we don't need to, so we can put them back. Okay, so the excuse me, the ones we got to remove are going to be these here. This one, that one, this one. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them to remove this unit from the batteries. Like I say, it sticks right there, so all you have to do is pull up on it. Be gentle with this stuff. It's real sensitive. So once we've got those 6 out, we can start taking off these leads to get to our battery. So if we grab hold of that one and this one, you can see our battery. Now this one, we've got to see what it takes to get this one off here. So underneath there we go. And that's popped off. So all of these have to move back out of the way, and you can see your battery now. Let's see if we can just pop her on up, shall we? Oops. Feels like something's holding it. Okay, now the battery has this little thing here. Let me hold these wires back. It's a pull, what they call a pull patch. So you kind of break it loose a little bit. See if I can get it off there. You peel it all the way off, and then that helps lift the battery out. Fight me. Okay, and it's going to be tough. Let me spin it around so you guys can kind of see it at a little bit better angle. I pull very hard. It's going to need a little persuasion. Wow, that thing's on there. They really glue that in place, I'll tell you that much. Let's get that on the other side of the battery. And voila, the battery is out. You just keep on pulling. Wow, that's a lot of adhesive. And voila, we have our battery out. So there we go, battery out. Notice how swollen this thing is. It's all swollen up. Not a good thing, so this is definitely going to have to go away. So now we bring in our new battery. Get this pack opened. Basically, you backwards everything you just did. So first things first is we pull the battery's cable over. And this one just goes right in place of the old one. And she fits in there real nice. Set her back down in there, and then just take the tape that they had holding it in there to begin with and put it back. So now we just need to hook everything back up again. This looks like it's off. That's right where it needs to be. We just squish our edges back in. And it is laying flat again. Oops, let me get it over there where you guys can see it. But she's laying flat. See, there's no more bulge. So if you see that telltale bulge, get that thing out of your pocket. Don't carry it around in with you. Don't take it on an airplane because it's going to light itself on fire. So as you see, everything's back down and the back is back on it again. So now for the ultimate test. Will it fire up? Bet you $5 the battery's discharged. Because they don't want to be shipping batteries with a charge on them, I'm thinking. So we're going to know in a minute. Make sure you're using safety glasses and everything when you're doing this. Get everything out of the way that can start on fire. Okay, let's bring a charge cable over. And I see nothing. That's not a good sign. We may have killed it. Yeah, see, she's not turning on. She's not doing anything. So clearly something on the back is not connected. Okay, so we've taken our 6 bolts out of here and moved the charge thing back. This is the item that charges your phone when you set it on one of those wireless chargers. Then we want to pull that out. Oops, let's go ahead and using your little plastic one's the one you want to use. You don't want to use any of the other ones. This one's got to come out. So we want to pump that out. Pretty easy to deal with. And then of course these two have to come out. That one and that one. So just get them up and out of the way. And if you pay attention to the battery, hear how it's all crunchy like that? This battery is bad. It is swelling. Not a good thing. So then you take, I got this little blue tape thing here. You grab a hold of this. And this is for pulling the battery out. So it is out. So the new one comes with these. I'm not really sure what they're for. But these are still good, so I just need to move the tape so that it's out of the way. And we can put that new battery in there. We want to test it before we put it all back together, and so we don't end up in the same place we were last time. Okay, so it's basically the same layout. So you just make sure that you put it underneath this tape, because that's what holds it in place. And then the same on the other side, just lift these tapes up. The other one's already up. And it just makes it easier to get the battery in and out. And then push this down and it actually holds it in place. I'm thinking that these are probably new tapes to hold something in, I would imagine. So the first one we want to connect is going to be our power. Actually, we want to bring this one over first because it's right here. And again, when you put it on there, you'll hear the little tiny click noise. Let me put my microphone right by it so you guys can hear it, but you'll actually hear a little tiny click. And that's how you know. See how you hear that click? That's how you know it's connected. Same with that one. And last but not least will be this one. This one's giving me a hard time. Here it is. Voila. Now, before we do anything, the microphone back. Before we do anything, go ahead and lay this over. And now we're going to turn it on. Because it will turn on like this. And that'll verify that this is a good battery. And we'll work with this phone. And voila, we have power. So let's go ahead and get it shut off. Okay, now she's powering off. So now we can hook everything back up again, and we have a good battery. So I'll just reverse order, put in those 6 screws. So for $20, which actually I think this kit only cost 12 or 13. It's the same size battery. I didn't get an oversized battery. No real point in it. But everything is put back in there. This just lays down like that. It's part of the thing. So you just take your backing. I always slide it across. That keeps that one piece down. And then line it up. And you can hear it pop back into place. And voila. The reason for this, I'll show you here in a second. Wet it, stick it on the back, and you can pull this right off. So I'm not going to pull it off, but that's how I got it off to begin with. The second time I did it is once you pull it up, you can get these little pry things underneath there. But yeah, but she is definitely back to normal. So we'll fire her up, and voila. You have a new S23 battery in your phone. No more swollen, no more nothing. So basically, it's a free phone. It's on Verizon's network, but you know, it is what it is. So with that, you have any questions, post them. But yeah, this is probably the 3rd or 4th phone that I've done. There's nothing to it really. It says I have a new message. So anyway, like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, give me a yell. But yeah, now I have an S23 that's good. I just need a and then here's the old battery. If you look at it, you hear it. You can hear it all. Let me put the mic over there. You hear that? How it's all crunchy. It's because you can feel the battery is actually inside there, and it's actually swollen. Make sure you don't throw these in the trash. Dispose of them correctly. Alrighty, y'all have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching Papa's Custom Cars. Bye, everybody.